winning, when we think about it, everyone kind of pictures that big moment, right? The end result.
The celebration.
Yeah, the trophy, the cheering, all that.
Yeah.
But what this source material hammers home, and it's something people don't always like talking about, is, well, what you actually have to endure to win.
That's the hard part.
It is. Think about, like, the example given. Someone working out for 5 straight years, missing 0 days, 365 days a year. You just know there are going to be days, probably a lot of days, where you absolutely do not want to do it.
Oh, absolutely. And that's really where the core insight is, isn't it? It's not that you have those tough days. Everyone does.
Right.
It's what you do on those days. You know, when you're tired, sore, just completely lacking motivation. That's what moves you forward.
So it's about overriding that feeling.
Pretty much. The best performers, they aren't immune to it. They push through it. They use this incredible mental power to just sideline the pain, the doubt. Because let's face it, difficulties, setbacks, criticism, frustration, that's all part of it.
It's not an exception.
No, it's fundamental. It's baked into the process. It's almost like friction, you know? It sharpens you.
That idea of engaging with discomfort, using your mind to push past it, it feels like that has to start somewhere deeper, though.
Yeah.
Like belief.
Yeah.
How critical is that self-belief just to even start that grind?
Oh, it's everything. It's fundamental. When you look at champions, what's really striking is they genuinely seem to see themselves without limits.
Really? No limits.
Well, they visualize their potential way up high, you know? And when that self-image is so strong, so ingrained, they're just much more willing to do the, frankly, insane work required.
Okay.
They try things, they break barriers that others wouldn't even think about trying because those others just don't believe it's possible for them.
Like the Stephen Curry example from The Source, back in 2007, after his freshman year.
Exactly. No one knew who Stephen Curry was, right?
Right. A total unknown.
But he had this personal ritual. He refused to leave the gym until I made 5 free throws in a row. Think about that.
Yeah.
That's not just practice. It's like self-conditioning. He was programming himself, basically, to refuse anything less than perfection right then and there.
That's a really powerful standard to set for yourself.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that other story, Djokovic, 19 years old.
Yeah, playing Federer, first time in a Grand Slam.
And this was when, Rafa and Roger were winning everything. Nobody else was getting a look in.
That's right. It was their era. And here comes this 19-year-old kid, Novak. And before the match, he tells the press, flat out, I'm going to beat this guy.
Which probably didn't go over well.
Not at all. The media saw it as, pure arrogance, cocky kid. But inside his head, it wasn't about being cocky.
What was it then?
He was genuinely seeing himself there. He visualized himself being able to be better than them, his self-belief, his self-esteem. It was just off the charts. He saw himself at the top consistently. And, well, eventually he got there, broke records, beat those guys.
Yeah.
You can even connect it to, say, Richard Williams, Serena and Venus's father.
Yeah.
His big focus wasn't just tennis. It was creating 2 young ladies that were believing in themselves in general.
Oh, interesting. Broader than just sport.
Exactly. He said, whatever they would have done, they would have been successful. Why? Because they had this bedrock of incredible self-esteem.
That makes so much sense. And looking at these examples, it kind of poses a question, doesn't it? Why would you put in that crazy effort, that insane hard work?
If you didn't believe.
Yeah. To achieve something you don't truly, deep down, think you can get.
Yeah.
Why risk failing? Putting yourself out there, if you don't have that fundamental belief that somehow you're going to make it.
You wouldn't. That belief has to be the fuel. Absolutely.
Which brings us to maybe a counterintuitive point.
Yeah.
The role of losing, actually embracing loss. Serena Williams is quoted saying something like, I feel like every time I lose, I get better. And she adds, it's important for me to have the losses, just the fewer the better.
Right. You don't want too many.
No, but it shows that losing isn't just bad. It's necessary somehow, part of learning, part of refining things.
And that ties straight into confidence, actually. Think about high-pressure moments. What's the real difference between feeling nervous and feeling afraid? Well, nervousness, that's just your body reacting. It's natural. But fear usually means you're not confident in your skills. You doubt your ability.
Okay. I see.
True champions, they work on building total confidence. So when you see an athlete looking totally ice cold, completely calm in a clutch moment.
Yeah, like nothing bothers them.
Right. It's not that they aren't feeling nervous. It's because they've done it thousands of times before. Their confidence is earned through just relentless preparation.
So they know what they can do.
Exactly. They know what I'm capable of doing, and this is also key, what I'm not comfortable doing under that pressure. They know their limits and strengths inside out.
So that preparation, it's not just about putting in the hours then. Is it a specific kind of practice that builds that ice-cold feeling?
Good question. It's definitely not just logging hours.
Because when you see someone perform and it looks so easy, almost effortless,
Yeah.
and you know it's not.
Not at all. That's the result of hard work, day in, day out sacrifice. But it's mindful practice, deliberate practice. You're not just going through the motions. You're actively looking for weaknesses. You're tweaking your technique. You're running simulations of high-pressure situations over and over.
Okay, it's intentional.
Very intentional. Thousands of hours of drilling with purpose, pushing past where you're comfortable, getting feedback. That's what builds the real muscle memory and the mental strength. You know you've prepared for basically anything.
And learning from mistakes is part of that prep too.
Absolutely. I mean, personally, I know I've made tons of mistakes in the pool, out of the pool, everywhere.
Yeah.
But the key thing always was being able to learn from every single one. Turn them into like data points. How can I adjust? How can I improve next time?
That continuous learning loop, that feels vital. And the source makes another really important distinction here. It says, winning is not a goal, winning is a result.
Yes. And that's not just playing with words. It's a huge mental shift.
How so?
Well, a goal is what you focus on, right?
Yeah.
And you should really only focus on the things you can actually control. Okay.
Winning. Well, winning involves other people, luck, conditions, stuff you can't fully control.
Right. Too many variables.
Exactly. So instead of obsessing over the win itself, the result, champions obsess over the process, the things they can control, their effort, their preparation, their reactions. And when you think about that road to winning, people see the success, maybe the end point, but they don't see all the steps it took. The source says your road has so many more steps.
An infinite path, almost.
Yeah, kind of infinite. And those steps, they aren't always clear, are they? Sometimes they're really wobbly. You might not even know if the next one is solid ground.
That's such a good image. Like you expect a straight path, but suddenly you're on, I don't know, shifting sand or trying to balance on a beam. You know where you want to go, but each step is uncertain. So if the path is like that, how do they keep going? How do you build the resilience for those wobbly steps?
It circles back again, really, to that deep self-belief. You just have to have enough faith in yourself to say, okay, I know the direction.
Yeah.
I'm taking this step, even if it feels risky.
Yeah. I might miss it. I might fall down. I might get scraped up. Heck, this step might lead into quicksand for all I know. But I know there's another step after this one, and I'll find it. It's that belief in your ability to just keep going, adapt, persist. That's critical.
And how does coaching fit into that? Navigating the uncertainty.
Great point. Coachability is huge.
Yeah.
The absolute best performers, they are incredibly coachable.
They listen.
They don't just hear, they listen. They absorb information, they think about it, they pay attention to the tiniest details, always looking for ways to make those infinite steps a little less wobbly, a little more efficient.
So it really comes down to those tiny improvements. Marginal gains, almost.
Pretty much. That constant effort to get just a little bit better each day. Like the source says, every day do something you didn't do the day before.
Yeah.
If you really focus on the details, those little improvements, those distinctions, they become easier to spot.
Right. It's about racking up those small victories every single day, isn't it? And those small wins build you into the person who can actually achieve the big dream.
That's it, exactly. Brick by brick.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what does this deep dive into the art of winning really tell us? What should you, listening, take away?
Well, a few core things seem clear.
Yeah. First, you absolutely have to endure the grind, the unseen stuff, the uncomfortable stuff. It's necessary.
Second, that deep, unwavering self-belief isn't optional. It's foundational.
Right. Third, losses aren't just setbacks. You have to embrace them, learn from them. They're valuable lessons, paradoxically.
Definitely. And finally, all that effortless performance comes from relentless, super deliberate preparation. That's what builds real confidence.
Sustained success isn't accidental.
Not at all. And maybe connecting this to you, the listener, I'd leave you with this thought to chew on. Thinking about your own goals, your own definition of winning. What infinite steps are you genuinely willing to take? Not just, hoping you arrive somewhere, but truly believing in each step along the way. Even when that path feels incredibly wobbly or uncertain, what does that commitment look like for you?
That's a powerful question to reflect on. Take these ideas, think about how they apply to your world, and keep pursuing what winning truly means for you.